Deep in the green heart of the world, there was a place called Evergreen Woods. On the surface, it looked peaceful, almost sleepy, but don't let the calm fool you. This forest was buzzing with work, not the 9-to-5 sitting at a desk kind of work. This was real work, nature's work. First on the scene, every single day, were Andy and the ant squad. You might look at them and think, tiny, and you'd be right, but weak, not a chance. Their job was cleanup and construction. They were the ground crew, carrying crumbs, dead leaves, and bits of forgotten plants back to their underground city. They weren't just hoarding, they were transforming the forest's mess into rich, life-giving soil. Think about it. Without the ants, the forest floor would be a junkyard, period. Gliding above them was Bella, the bee, a little golden blur of pure energy. Bella's flight path was a dance from one flower to the next, spreading pollen like it was confetti at the world's best party. And thanks to her tireless work, trees grew juicy fruit, plants burst forth with seeds, and the entire forest stayed vibrant and alive. She wasn't just making honey for her hive, she was making life happen for everyone. Perched high on a grand old oak tree was Wally the woodpecker. Tap, tap, tap. That was the sound of his work. Wally drilled into the bark, hunting for harmful insects hiding deep inside. Some folks might hear that sound and think he's just being noisy, maybe even damaging the tree. But that's not the real story. He was a tree doctor, performing surgery to protect the ancient giants from getting sick. Sometimes, the most important help sounds a little annoying at first. That's just how it is. Not far away, you'd often see Daisy the deer, grazing with a quiet elegance. Her job, she was the forest's natural landscaper. By nibbling on grass and trimming small plants, she kept everything in perfect balance, stopping the woods from becoming an overgrown, tangled mess. Plus, with every step she took, seeds caught on her fur would fall off in new places. She was basically planting while she walked. A true multitasking queen. And down on the forest floor, making his slow and steady way through the leaves, was Milo the millipede. He wasn't flashy, he definitely wasn't fast, but his role was absolutely critical. Milo was a master decomposer, breaking down dead leaves into essential nutrients. He was feeding the soil, making it possible for new, strong plants to grow. It's always the quiet workers who keep the world running, never forget that. As daylight faded and the stars began to appear, a new shift started. Ali the owl silently woke up. He was the night guard, with wings that made no sound and eyes that could see everything. Ollie hunted for mice and other rodents that could destroy precious seeds and nibble on young trees before they had a chance to grow. He was the silent protector, the guardian of the forest's future. Zero mistakes, maximum respect. One day, a massive storm tore through Evergreen Woods. Wind howled, rain poured, and branches crashed to the ground. Flowers were bent, and the whole forest looked bruised and tired. But nobody panicked. There was no chaos. There was only work to be done. The ant squad immediately started cleaning up the debris. Bella the bee began the long process of pollinating the flowers that survived, helping to replant the future. Wally the woodpecker checked on the trees, making sure they were healthy after the storm's assault. Daisy the deer cleared new pathways, spreading seeds as she went. Milo the millipede worked overtime, turning the fallen debris back into healing soil. And all through the night, Ali the owl kept watch, ensuring the vulnerable forest was safe. Slowly but surely, Evergreen Woods stood tall again. The green returned, stronger than before. And in that moment of recovery, all the young animals learned a fundamental truth. The forest doesn't survive because of one big, strong animal. It survives because everyone, no matter how small or how quiet, does their part. The moral is simple but powerful. No job is insignificant. When you do your work with honesty and purpose, you're not just helping yourself, you're helping your entire world find its balance. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that makes you think. See you in the next one.